Long ago, in the vast savannas and riverlands of what is now South Sudan, the Dinka people thrived, tending their cattle and cultivating their traditions. Among them were the northern Bahr el-Ghazal Dinka, a group whose destiny was shaped by their relentless quest for new lands. This is the story of their migration, the challenges they faced, and the bonds they forged with strangers in unfamiliar territories. The land south of Bahr el-Ghazal was lush and fertile, abundant with life. It was a place where the Dinka's herds thrived and their communities flourished. Yet, as generations passed, the earth could no longer sustain their growing numbers. A shortage of arable land pushed the people to look north and northwest, into the less hospitable terrain beyond the Gok and Agar territories. Here, the soil was harder, less generous than the land they had left behind. It was an unforgiving region, demanding resilience from those who sought to make it home. But the northern Bahr el-Ghazal Dinka, comprising the Rek, Malwal, Western Luaic, and the Western Luaic, were determined to carve out a life in this new land. The Western Luaic, a distinct group among the northern Dinka, had an especially remarkable journey. Their ancestors hailed from the Padang clans in the Upper Nile region, far to the northeast. Following the whispers of survival and opportunity, they began their long migration, crossing the Nile near the modern-day town of Bahr. The Luaic people were not alone on this journey. They traveled alongside the Agar, Gok, and Rek Dinka, their paths intertwining, their stories blending. Some Luaic clans remained behind, becoming part of other groups along the way. Others continued westward, drawn by the promise of unclaimed lands, until they reached their destination in northern Bahr el-Ghazal. Their leader on this arduous journey was Makol Tokeor, a revered priest known for his wisdom and unshakable faith. Makol's presence was a beacon for the Luaic, guiding them through treacherous terrain and inspiring unity in times of doubt. When the group finally settled, it was said that Makol blessed the earth beneath their feet, dedicating it to their ancestors and the cattle that sustained their lives. The new homeland of the Western Luaic was far from easy to tame. The land was less fertile, forcing them to range far and wide with their cattle. The vastness of the plains brought them into contact with other peoples who had long called the region home. These encounters were not always peaceful. Battles erupted, driven by the need to secure grazing lands and water. Yet, in the midst of conflict, the Luaic found opportunities for connection. They met the Atwat people, a neighboring group with their own rich traditions. Over time, some Luaic clans blended with the Atwat, sharing customs and stories. Although the Atwat would later distance themselves from these ties, traces of Luaic influence endured in their culture. The Western Luaic themselves were not a monolith. They divided into 6 sections: Abuang, Kuak, Pariak, Rubar, Wuntuk, and Kongor, each with its own identity and traditions. These subdivisions reflected their adaptability and the vastness of their new territory. Despite the hardships, the Western Luaic thrived. Their cattle herds grew and their traditions deepened. Oral histories passed down through generations told of the journey that brought them here, the battles they fought, and the leaders who guided them. The northern frontier of their land was marked by the Kir River, known to others as Bahr el-Arab. It was more than a geographical boundary. It was a symbol of their resilience and determination. The Luaic had not merely survived in this harsh land. They had transformed it into a home. Today, the story of the Western Luaic and the northern Bahr el-Ghazal Dinka stands as a testament to the strength of human spirit. It is a tale of migration, adaptation, and the enduring connections between people and the land they inhabit. Through their struggles, the Luaic forged not only a new life, but a legacy that continues to echo in the plains of South Sudan.